challenge that I faced this past year. A year ago, I had a full-time income, which was made up of 2 part-time jobs, and my family lived in relative security. And I lost one of my part-time jobs, so that now I only have 1 part-time job. And I felt a lot of shame and guilt over that, because I felt that I had done something bad and that I was bad. Because someone who did the same job that I did was retained by the company while I was laid off. And so I felt that I must be bad because they kept her and not me. And I started to feel bad about myself, that I had jeopardized my family's well-being, put them at risk, and I started to wallow in self-pity and self-loathing. But the more that I shared my story, I realized that everyone knew someone. If it wasn't someone in their family, it was their neighbor or themselves who had been through something very similar. And so I started to realize that good, kind-hearted, sincere, hardworking people were all experiencing this at some level, and that I had a lot in common with people that I didn't want to have a lot in common with, but that we were on common ground. And so I remembered that my parents grew up during the Depression, and there was a time when my mother and her 3 sisters were living with their parents in an apartment building. And I remember my mother saying we never had very much, but we couldn't go to bed at night until we made sure that the people in the apartment downstairs had something to eat, because we knew that they were struggling even more than we were. And I remember her saying we couldn't go to bed until we made sure they were okay. I remembered her words, and I made the choice to, instead of wallowing in self-pity and feeling like a victim, like I was being acted upon, I decided that I needed to save myself, my sanity, and my family by becoming an actor and not a victim. And so the choice that I made was to come here and to learn the skills to make a difference, to improve our economy. And the outcome is that I pledged to go back to Albany, New York, and continue doing this work.